right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to turn the supermarket into your own personal English classroom. We'll give you all the words and phrases you need to shop with total confidence, from the second you walk through those automatic doors to the moment you leave with your groceries. So, here's our game plan for today. First, we'll cover getting started. Then, we'll talk about navigating the store, how to ask for help, what to expect at the checkout, and we'll wrap up with some really useful smart shopping tips. You know that feeling, right? You walk into a giant supermarket in an English-speaking country, and suddenly it feels a little overwhelming. If that's you, don't worry, you are definitely not alone. But by the end of this, I promise your next shopping trip is going to be a total breeze. Okay, first things first. Before you can even think about what to buy, you need something to put all your stuff in. Let's look at your two main options. So if you're planning a big trip to stock up the fridge, you're going to want one of these. Now, here's a key difference. In the United States, it's called a shopping cart. But if you're in the United Kingdom, you'll hear people call it a shopping trolley. They mean the exact same thing, that big metal cart on wheels you push around. But what if you're just popping in for a few things? Well, then a shopping basket is your best friend. If you just need, say, some milk and bread, it's so much easier to carry this around than to navigate a giant cart. Okay, so we've got our cart or our basket. Now the real fun begins, finding what we're actually looking for. The good news is, supermarkets are usually organized into different sections to make this a lot easier. You'll see these big signs hanging down from the ceiling, and these are the words you need to know. Produce, that's where you'll find all your fresh fruits and veggies. Dairy has the milk, cheese, and eggs, and the deli is where you can get freshly sliced meats and cheeses. Just learning these names will help you find things so much faster. And how do you get to all these great sections? Well, you walk down the aisles. Seriously, just think of aisles as the streets of the supermarket. And they're almost always marked with numbers and a list of what's in them, just like in that example. You will find canned goods in aisle 3. But even with all the signs in the world, sometimes you just can't find something. And that's when knowing how to politely ask an employee for help is an absolute game changer. So let's imagine this. You're searching for pasta. You've been up and down the aisles, you're pretty sure you've looked everywhere, but you still can't see it. What do you say to a store employee? Here are some super simple and polite ways to ask. Could you tell me where is a really nice, polite way to phrase it. Where can I find is also perfect. Or you can just be direct. I'm looking for potato chips. Honestly, any of these will work perfectly. Now let's run through a few other common situations. Say the shelf is empty. You can ask if they have more in the back or in the warehouse. You can also ask, is this on sale, to check if there's a special price. And as you can see, you'll get some really clear, helpful responses. All right, we're on the home stretch. You've found everything on your list, your cart is full, and now it's time to pay. This whole area is called the checkout. You'll probably see the traditional lanes with a cashier or maybe a self-checkout area where you can scan everything yourself. And yep, you guessed it. Here's another one of those classic American versus British English differences. That machine the cashier uses to add up all your items, in the US, it's a cash register, but in the UK, it's called the till. The process itself is usually really straightforward. You put your groceries on that moving black belt, that's the conveyor belt. The cashier scans everything, they'll ask you a few questions, then you pay, and finally, you grab your receipt. Simple as that. So what are those questions the cashier might ask? Well, here are the most common ones. And here's a little cultural tip for you. Cashiers are often pretty friendly and might make small talk, maybe ask how your day is going, so don't be surprised. Having these simple answers ready will make you feel way more confident. Okay, super important tip. Always, always take your receipt. It's your proof that you paid for everything. If you get home and realize, oh no, I bought the wrong kind of milk, you'll need that receipt to make a return based on the store's return policy. Okay, you've totally mastered the language of the supermarket. Now, let's just quickly go over a few tips to make you a smart shopper. Someone who shops efficiently and saves a little money along the way. Here are a few easy wins. Making a list is huge. It helps you stick to your plan and avoid that impulse shopping right at the checkout. Keep an eye out for items that are on sale and definitely use the store's loyalty card for extra discounts. Oh, and a great way to save money is to try the store brands. The big brand name stuff is almost always more expensive. And there you have it. You are now fully equipped with the language you need to absolutely conquer the supermarket. So the only question left is, what's the first new word or phrase you're going to try out on your next real-life shopping trip? Go for it. Practice is everything. Thanks for joining me.